everything I did, there was kind of a cap. Even in selling wine, I couldn't make more than so much a year, and they would take accounts away from me and then give them back.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey guys, Brian Smith here, and we are here on the Entrepreneur Blueprint today. Very excited because my friend, legendary multi-million-dollar producer, Hall of Fame, real estate professional broker, my friend Marcy Rogers is here today.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Sincerely, Marcy is one of the best people you will ever meet. I mean, professional, personal. That's why Marcy's here today. Marcy, thank you for coming today.
Thank you for having me. Excited.
All right, so Marcy, what we're doing today, this is a podcast that we call the Entrepreneur Blueprint, and it's about business. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Where'd you grow up, and how did you get into this business that you're in?
So originally, I'm from Midland, Michigan, so I'm a Yankee. That's why everybody says I have an accent. I don't think it's ever changed, although my family says I sound like a Southern, Okay. It's changed quite a bit.
Okay.
So, but my whole life, I've always been in sales. I've sold everything. I started as a waitress, a bartender. I sold rainbow vacuum cleaners. I've sold cars, printers, wine. And then my husband said, why don't you try real estate? So I was like, okay, because everything I did, there was kind of a cap. Even in selling wine, I couldn't make more than so much a year, and they would take accounts away from me and then give them back.
Really?
Yeah. So unless I became a manager, which I didn't want to be a manager,
Okay.
I'm pretty much more of a, free, like to do. Not so free anymore, though, because now I'm just busy. So I did real estate. So 13 years ago, I started real estate. I killed it my first year. And
So how did that transition from what you were doing to real estate? How did you decide that real estate was the direction you were going to go?
I just knew so many people.
Okay.
So even in waitressing and even in wine, in Dallas-Fort Worth area, because I knew so many people waitressing and then all the accounts I had in Fort Worth, I don't know, my husband just said, try it, let's do it.
Yeah.
And he's right. There is no cap. There is no ceiling. You can make whatever you want if you put your heart into it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. So fast forward, tell us a little bit about the journey. I mean, you said 13 years ago in real estate. Now you have recently opened a real estate brokerage. For those that don't know, we're going to talk a little more about that. But let's talk about the journey, the challenges. I think a lot of people see real estate brokers on social media and it looks really glamorous. Challenges along the way. Talk to us.
Okay. It's not an easy job. Everybody's like, oh, it's a real estate agent. They can do it. I mean, it's not easy. It's hard. There is negotiating from start to finish. First, you have to find your clients. You have to get yourself out there. For example, agents on my team, I know one of the questions you're going to ask me is, what is the challenges? And it's like, you've got to go to work. It's an 8 to 5 job. Everybody thinks because they're a teacher or because they're this or that they can do this on the side. There is no extra time. So if you have your job and another job and you're doing it part-time, it's not going to be as successful as you want it to be. Now, if there's people out there that do that, I can't even believe they have a free moment for family, friends, vacation if they're doing real estate and this, but successful in real estate and this.
So you bring up a good point. Family, real estate. How do you balance it all? Because I've been knowing you for a long time, and I know you have a lot of energy and you are a busy person. How do you balance the professional, the personal? I mean,
It's tough. So there's a lot of people that teach classes on it. Brian Buffini was one of the big ones that I took his class twice when I first started real estate. Time blocking is important, from personal, faith, business, everything. So it's easy to say, but it's not as easy to do because everybody is so demanding. So you almost have to set parameters. Like I had this one client just recently. He would call me at 9, 10 o'clock at night, and finally I just had to say, my day ends at 7, kind of thing.
You have to set some boundaries.
You do. You have to set boundaries, and people will respect you for that. So,
yeah.
But back to the question, it's tough.
Yeah.
It is. It's tough. When you're busy, and then time slows down, and it's like, oh my gosh, what do I do?
Yeah.
Because you just got to keep moving forward. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. So what do you do when you're not working? Relax, have a good time, hobbies, some stuff like that. What does Marcy do for fun? As an entrepreneur, I think we don't talk enough about the balance that we have to have.
Yeah. So I don't have a lot of balance. I do, but I don't. Things I love to do is I love baking. I am a good baker. I don't know. I just am.
Really?
Every cookie I make comes out perfect.
Really?
I should have brought you some.
You should.
I just made ginger snaps 2 days ago in the morning because I was going to see a client, and I can wrap them up in like 30 minutes.
Okay.
It's so good. I'm just like, pum, pum, pum.
Listen, as you continue to practice, don't hesitate to try out recipes on me and my family. I got a 9-year-old daughter that loves to bake. Please.
I will.
Use us as cookie guinea pigs.
I
mean,
okay.
bake.
You asked for it. You're getting a dozen cookies. There'll be 4 different kinds. You'll be getting them this weekend.
Okay. Perfect.
I promise.
Perfect. So let me ask the question. So part of what we want to accomplish on this podcast is people that are watching out there that are maybe aspiring to follow in the footsteps of a successful real estate professional like yourself. We want to give them some actionable advice. If I were to say three things, if someone out there is wanting some advice and you would give them starting out, what would it be?
Stay close to people that are successful. You're never going to make it if you're right next to the person or you're hanging out with the real estate agent that doesn't take action every day. So stay close to them. There are events you can do. Title companies, home warranty companies, lenders, they all have events. There's networking events. Stay close to them and you will learn more than, if you're just going out with that agent says, hey, let's go have lunch or let's go do this. Do open houses. Just get to know everybody.
That's a good point.
So, for example, HAR, the Houston Area Realtors Lake Houston, when I first came here, when I left Alice and came here, my manager was awesome there at Century 21. When he came here, he says, you need to do something. And so the first thing I did was I became the president chair for the HAR Lake Houston.
Wow.
Where you're at all the time. And that was great. I mean, with that, hundreds of agents knew who I was.
Wow.
So being known is important, even if you're not successful just yet or making...
But you were showing up.
I was showing up. And sometimes, I hate to say it, it's perception. They want to be who you are, and it's not always about the success. It's about making friends with everybody, communication. And that's the same with buyers and sellers. They're not buyers and sellers. They're your friends. They're your sphere of influence. They're the people that know and trust you. So if you don't tell them that you're an agent or what you do or talk about the industry, then they're not going to come and say, hey, sell my house, or hey, I know somebody that needs to sell, give them a call, kind of thing.
That's really good because, what I'm hearing you say is, you can be the world's greatest whatever,
but
real estate agent, but if nobody knows who you are.
Yeah. And it's not about the numbers. And I used to always think that. I'm like, I can't get up there and do that. I haven't sold anything or I don't have any success behind me, but it's not. It's just communicating.
So communicating, showing up.
Trying to be a leader. You gotta be a leader. Yeah.
Gotta be a leader. No doubt.
Yeah.
Any other advice that you would share with aspiring entrepreneurs out there? Showing up.
Yeah. showing up, doing the open houses, going to the events. Don't be a secret agent. Nobody, nobody's going to know who you are if you're a secret.
Mm-hmm. So tell us about your new real estate brokerage. This is what I want to talk about. I'm so excited for you, and I want to talk about it, and I want you to have an opportunity to talk about that right here.
So my whole life, I'm a, what's the word I'm looking for? Challenges. I like challenges. I like to win, and I've always been that way. So you have all your big box brokerages. They're just like you and me. But they have a franchise behind them.
Okay.
So with the franchise behind them, it's a lot of money that you charge. They charge you, which is great. I understand. I'd love to be in their shoes. I'd love to be that multi-million-dollar company one day. So that's when I said, okay, I'm going to go out on my own, which now that I've gone out on my own, my business is actually so much better.
Wow.
And I don't know if it's because of my past clients and I'm sharing and I'm calling them. They're doing business because they're doing business with me.
That's right.
But my company itself is great. It's called Dynamize Real Estate.
Dynamize Real Estate.
Yes. So the definition of Dynamize.
Please.
So the whole reason I came up with this name is I'm sitting in class at Champions Real Estate of School, and they said, what does it mean as an agent to make something better, to make more profitable by staging, getting it ready, taking the steps to either list a house or prepare a buyer to buy? And nobody could answer it, and he said the answer is dynamizing. And I'm like, I like it.
I like that
and
too.
As soon as that happened that night, I'm like, Dynamize, that's the name.
I like that.
Yeah, and it's good.
I love that. Yeah. I think
it's energetic. That's another term. Dynamize means energetic.
It fits.
It does fit.
It fits you and your energy. And the first time you told me about it, I loved it, and I was like, wow, because it just
some
really
people
does.
at first when I tell them, they're like, huh, really? But then it grows.
Yeah.
They start liking it more.
I love it. I
do too. And it was not even taken in the whole state of Texas. So I was like, I'll take it.
Okay. So one thing that you mentioned that I really like, you said you were in a class. So even with all the success that you've had and all the hard work, you're still continuing to learn.
Yes.
And pursuing more education. I think that's a big deal.
Yeah, you always have to be taking classes. Well, TREC requires a small minimal amount of credits every other year to stay active, but there are so many that if negotiation is a big one. If you can do the master negotiation expert class, that is huge.
Okay.
Because it's important.
Nice.
It's so important. But there's hundreds and hundreds of classes, whether it's at Champions or it's on HAR, Houston Area of Realtors. They call it Homes and Rentals.
You go. Got it.
Yeah, but yeah, it is important.
So what about any business books or finance books that you like or have liked that you may want to share with anybody? A lot of people like to listen to audiobooks and...
So I don't really listen to... I have a couple that I have downloaded, but I don't usually listen to audiobooks.
Okay.
And I'm not... The only time I'm reading is if I'm in a class or if I have to take a test.
Okay.
But there is a couple podcasts, kind of like yours.
Okay.
One, Kevin Harris, he is actually works with Providence Title or some similar group. But he gets on every Monday, and he talks about the market and what's happening, challenges that are happening, and he's always talking to other agents. So he's just like you, kind of thing. So it's perfect to know what's happening.
I love that. So, can I tell you a dad joke before we leave?
A dad joke?
For a dad joke, or just a joke. So for y'all that don't know,
I love his jokes.
So Marcy and I have been knowing each other a long time, and every time I see Marcy, I got a joke for her. So here we go, Marcy. Clean jokes. These are jokes I tell my mom.
Almost too clean. They're squeaky.
Okay. All right. So here's what happened. There was a guy. He was a good guy, hardworking guy, Marcy, but he got caught shoplifting in the grocery store. They made a big deal about it. This guy gets prosecuted, the whole thing. He stole a can of peaches from the grocery store. So he shows up in court and the judge says, I understand you stole a can of peaches, yes? And the guy's ashamed, yes, Your Honor, I did. How many peaches were in the can that you stole? Your Honor, there were 5 peaches in the can. He said, well, I'm gonna give you 1 week in jail for every peach that was in that can. Pretty harsh punishment.
Right.
I mean, the people in the court, they gasped, and so his wife was there, so she raised her hand. Your Honor, may I say something, please? Yes, ma'am, what do you have to say? She said, Your Honor, he also stole a can of peas.
That's funny. That is funny.
So,
One of your funnier ones. You're welcome.
Thank you. So guys, thank you for tuning in to the Entrepreneur Blueprint. How can people get a hold of you? How can people connect with you? If they want to connect with you, how do the people get in touch with you?
So I'm easy to find. You can Google me, Marcy Rogers, and I'm there. Or you can call me, 832-998. It's actually home is my number. I don't know how I got that, but I got it. It was good. Did you want me to show you something to contact me?
No, we'll post something at the bottom. Marcy, before we go, I want to personally say thank you to you.
Thank you.
Marcy, you've been a tremendous blessing to me personally. Marcy, you gave me a chance when I very first started. So
you were like a little boy then.
Yeah, did we talk about
only like 7 years ago?
Did we talk about how we met? Can we tell that story real quick?
Tell that story.
Okay.
Of course, I was doing an open house because I always do open houses. Every weekend, it's like.
So even as a successful agent, you're still doing open houses.
Still, got to meet new people.
Wow.
It's about meeting people, and it's a numbers game. So in sales, if you talk to 1 out of 50 people, if you talk to 50 people, you might get 1 person that's going to do business with you. That's like a general rule in sales.
Wow.
But we're easier because if you have an open house and it's 2 hours and only 3 people show up and you get 1 client out of it, I mean, it is still good for the seller, don't get me wrong, because you're marketing the home. Even if nobody shows up, you're marketing the home for your seller, so it's good. But yeah, the more you do, you can't give up after just 1 because nobody shows up. You got to do another one and another one. I did 2 last weekend and nobody showed up to either of them. But it's okay. You bring your computer, you bring whatever it is. It's still time that you can be working. Don't waste your time. You're just there in the event that your next deal is walking through the door.
There you go.
And, they might even just call you because they saw you have an open house. So, but that's how we met. I'm doing an open house. He walks in. I'm going to say you were thinner, smaller. I don't know if maybe you're happier now.
Yeah. So
I'm not saying you're fat by any means.
my wife, I was. I was probably a couple of pounds lighter. She feeds us good, absolutely.
But he walks in. He's all nervous. I mean, shy. Didn't know what to say. But yeah, you were.
Yeah.
But it was a good conversation, and you were just pretty much truthful and said, hey, I'm out here just trying to help other people, and if you don't mind, give me a shot. And I use you every time from then on, if I have the power.
That's amazing. I mean, I think the lessons in that story for people watching is sometimes you got to step outside of your comfort zone.
Exactly.
I mean, like she said, I was kind of trembling. I walk in and I introduced myself, and we've been working together, and it's been just an amazing thing. And
I refer you to everybody. Everybody. Although now that you have this big team and it's not just you,
so
I am adamant that you do all my inspections.
I got your back.
I know.
I got your back.
I'm like, wait a second. There was one time, and you were on vacation, which I completely respect, but you didn't tell me you were going to be on vacation. And I show up, and there's another guy there, and I'm like, hold on. Who are you? You're not Brian. But he's actually very good. You trained him well. So.
Well, thank you.
Then that means a lot. So.
Well, awesome. So, Marcy, thank you so much for being here today.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
I appreciate it that you think of me this much that you would invite me.
I really do. I mean, honestly, I I have just the highest respect for you. Your energy is amazing, and I'm just extremely grateful for you. And you do so much for people that people just don't even understand. I mean, in your business and just the person that you are, you're a blessing to a lot of people.
Thank you. Can I say one more thing?
Please, of
I am
course.
trying to grow my team.
Okay.
So
How's that work? Let's talk about that. How if someone would like to start a conversation about joining your team, how would that look? What needs to happen?
So I'm needing energetic people. I mean, everything we talked about today, you cannot sit home every day. I know everybody has kids. Time blocking is important. You know, whatever it is you may be doing, this is your job. And if you don't want a 9-to-5 job, then I don't want you on my team.
So
I mean, I love you to death, but I need people that actually want to work. I need people that want to do open houses. And with that, you will be successful. I mean, if you work, for example, I have a group and I have a team, and the ones that do open houses and work and go to these events, and she's making some sales. She had like 4 listings, 5 closings in the last couple months. Is great for a new agent. Because the average is, I think, I don't know, an agent may sell 5 a year. My goal is like 4 a month.
Wow.
I don't know. So I need somebody that wants to work and not afraid to talk to people.
Go get her.
Because everybody else is, if I have an open house and I'm talking to somebody, they're more afraid than I am. You know, if you don't just get out there and shake their hand, they're not. But once you do, you just break that ice, and now all of a sudden they love you to death. So it's taking that first step. But yes, I am hiring. I only need 5 agents, 5 good ones.
Okay, 5 good agents.
Yes.
Is there a certain part of town that you specialize in, or is it? How does that work for the agents? I mean, I mean, for people that aren't in the real estate business. I mean, can you talk a little more about that part?
I'll probably say the northeast and southeast side, Katy, that side. I can have agents over there. You're just not going to see me as much. I mean, I drive all over, but that's far. I'll represent clients over there, but as an agent, I'd like to have them closer to me. I mean, we can come to a fine place like this and have a meeting.
Yeah, because as we speak, we're here in the Humboldt, Kingwood, Atascocita area.
So central area is great. I'm Kingwood, Atascocita, Porter, also Spring, Woodlands, Magnolia. So it's a big area.
Yeah, you bet.
And
you bet.
I always lean to where the business is getting better.
So 5 good, energetic, go-getter, eager.
Wants to make money and wants to have fun at the same time, because this is a fun job.
This is a fun job.
Yeah,
this is a fun job. This is a fun job. This is a fun job.
And I've got a great compliance department. I'm Dynamized Real Estate, but I am under Bluebird, which is Jane Bird International.
Okay.
So she does all my, she doesn't, somebody under her compliance does all my paperwork, make sure that we're all doing everything the right way. Legally.
I got it. Well, guys, thank you for tuning in to the Entrepreneur Blueprint. So excited that y'all tuned in. We're going to have more exciting content coming soon. Contact Marcy, join her team. She's amazing.
Perfect. Love it.